putting some players out of position to make defenses think otherwise of what you're going to do is definitely exciting. And I kind of want to talk about that real quick. So, yeah, let's do it. What is going on, guys? Your boy Joey Shake72 coming, guys, with a video right now. So I want to go over just what they could do with some of these other players that we have. And I understand, like, even in the past, we've said, oh, why not put Jordan Mailata in the backfield as a fullback or something like that, or kind of just use him as a blocker, or, put him, get these guys a touchdown or something like that. Lane Johnson got a touchdown last year. We had big play Slay in motion on one of those games last year in the offense. I mean, they can really, I want to see how, I don't want this offense to be one-dimensional and, look very predictable at certain moments. And I think, putting Jordan Davis – now, Jordan Davis did have a touchdown with Georgia, on the offense there, which I thought it was funny. I've watched a clip even in the past, even before we drafted him and before that. And I think it's just funny how they use guys like this, whether you're running up the scoreboard or not. But you can always do something like this if you really want. I would definitely do this in the Eagles offense this year. I think with Jordan Davis, as much as he's going to have a good year this year, as much as the Eagles are not going to just use him as a run stuffer, I think they're going to pin his ears back, let him attack, and just be a full grown pass rush. And I think that's what they're going to use him for, and that's what he's here for. You don't move up in front of the Ravens, give up 3 or 4 picks, whatever it was, and you get a guy like this. I had Devontae White or Jordan Davis come to the Philadelphia Eagles, and because the Eagles need a defensive tackle, and you have Hargrave on a pretty much a big re-sign candidate for this year, but it is obviously a one-year deal this year, and he's on the last year of his deal this year. And Fletcher Cox, was let go and re-signed, and 13-14 million guaranteed, and now is gonna probably his last year playing with the Philadelphia Eagles, so a big contract year for him. Over 30 years old. So the Eagles had to make a move like this. Now he's in the rotation next to Milton Williams, Milton Williams going to his second year. And I would love for them to take some of these guys out of position, place them somewhere in this offense, and try to do a little trickery to these defenses, especially in the red zone. I'm not saying like, in middle of the field, midfield, something like that. I'm just talking red zone, because we need to get better. We weren't really good in the red zone last year. A lot of missed opportunities, because I hate being in the red zone going 3 and out. Really annoys me. So why don't you do something? I know in red zone, you are, depending on what you're doing, if you're not spreading anything out, if you're going to give Jordan Davis the ball, like kind of how Georgia did, you got to bunch everybody together. But what if you didn't do that? And you accept, have A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, you have maybe Zach Pascal in red zone. I think they're going to use him more as a red zone threat as well, and just have Jordan Davis in the backfield, because you never know what's going to happen. It may look like, or have Jordan Davis as a fullback or something, because I think it's going to make this offense look like they're going to be doing, they're going to be running the ball when they're really not. So there's always going to be a little bit of trickery there. For these defenses that have to figure it out. So I just like moving guys out of position. Like I said, I like the whole Lane Johnson touchdown last year. Even big play Slate, putting him on motion. Just little things like that could really fool a defense and what they're going to do. I wouldn't say do it that much, but you could definitely explore these options with some of these players. And I know it's not a big deal to talk about, but, it brings a whole nother dimension to your offense. If you have, you got weapons now. This offense is, Jalen Hurts is crowded with weapons all around him. I mean, between A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, you have Quez Watkins as the number 3. You have Zach Pascal probably going to go in for red zone, or, maybe short first down plays, something like that. If they need him for short yardage, something quick for a big body. There's a lot you could do here, and you have a lot of running backs, and Jordan Davis, you could put him as a fullback and block. You could put him as a running back, let him get the ball if you want him to, get some snaps there, and maybe spread out the offense a little bit, see what the defense is going to react to it. You know what I mean? And there could be a weakness. They could look at Jordan Davis in the backfield and be like, oh, he's definitely getting the ball, but maybe not. Maybe it's a short pass, maybe it's something else. So I feel like they can add something so much different to this offense this year if they could do something like this. Like I said, it's not going to be all the time, but I think they should definitely work on some couple different players out of position. Not a whole lot of people, but a lot of players. But I think with Jordan Davis, Jordan Mailata, obviously Jordan Mailata not anymore, because, he's on the offensive line. And when he was not playing as a starter before he got that big contract, he wasn't playing as a starter, and he was, on the IR and on the fake IR, and he wasn't getting snaps, and he was just sitting in the back end, on the back burner a little bit. Not anymore. So I think you take some guys out of position, you do some moves like this if you want, and I think it'd be cool. I mean, look, the more you add to the offense, the better it's going to be. You know what I mean? I hope we don't see a rewash and repeat of the same plays, screen passes, dump off passes. It's just RPOs and read options. I want to see more into the play action. I mean, you got to keep the defense on their heels, guys. I mean, that's just what it is. You can't keep it one dimensional. I think they're going to pass just a little bit more than they did last year, just because of AJ Brown and what they have in this offense now. I just feel like they will still run a lot. You got to get that run game going, but I feel like now they could pass just a little bit more, because now there's a lot of attention now. And I think A.J. Brown will get most of the attention for the number one corner. And then I think as the season goes on, Devontae Smith will get that number one corner later on. I think he'll be matched up on the number once he gets more attention, because didn't get enough attention. He didn't really get enough attention last year because the Eagles didn't use him the right way, number one. Number two, it's just he never really had a chance. You know what I mean? Under 1,000 yards is completely just disgraceful from how they treated him last year. Really pissed me off. So when you take guys out of position, I think it definitely brings another dimension to your offense. I think something like this, if you really want, and I really do like it, I think they definitely should do it. Like I said, not all the time, but definitely something to think about. So other than that, guys, pretty much it. Not much, of anything crazy. But still waiting on training camp and getting ready to go. So that's it. So I will see you guys on the next one. SHAKESQUAD up, follow. Peace out, guys. Peace.